When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can seem intense. Like breakup R&B intense.
I thought you said you loved the sweater that I got you. If you didn't, you could have told me.
Geico makes it easy. Just go to Geico.com anytime to update or check your policy without all the extra drama.
I even had a gift receipt.
You're tuning in to the Goldilocks presentation of the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show with Anthony Rodriguez. Anthony Rodriguez, aka Walking Crow, found transformational energy healing through a personal search into healing, was transformed by this experience. He made the decision to pursue training and has since become a certified energy healing practitioner with an emphasis on working with clients in recovery from addiction. His willingness to be open and listen has allowed him to be of service to many who seek a peaceful, serene, and healthier body, mind, and spirit. Call in now if you would like to speak with Anthony. The call-in number is 713-955-0332. Enjoy this transformational and healing show.
Well, good afternoon, and welcome to the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show. My name is Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow, and I'm your host. Well, welcome back. Glad you could make it in this month of October, this month of Halloween, this month of autumn, the beginning of autumn, letting go of those things we no longer need. Welcome back. Wow, glad to have everybody back. It's been a fabulous week of change and manifestation and healing, as a matter of fact. Just a lot of healing going on, a lot of good stuff, meeting a lot of new people, making a lot of new relationships, partnerships, and helping people to get where they're wanting to go, especially myself, you know. And I never know what that looks like, but when it gets here, I'm glad to have it. I'm grateful. I practice gratitude on a daily basis. In fact, I quote, gratitude is a daily investment. And that's a quote. You heard it from me here, right now. Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow. Wow. All right, so it's Tuesday again. And if you're going to be listening to the show, you can call in today to ask questions, 713-955-0332. Remember to turn down your computer and the volume on the thing that you're listening to the show on. If you need to reach me outside of the show, you can go to my web page and reach me through there, or check out what I do, or set up a 20-minute healing consultation at sacreddrum24.webleed.com. That's webleed.com. Or you can reach me at Anthony at sacreddrummedicine.com, which is my email, or you can call me at area code 818-442-1717. Well, fantastic. Wow, what are we going to talk about today? Today we're going to talk about what you want to let go of to move forward and manifest goodness. And you may not even know that you need to let go of anything. And you may be already living in a life of goodness. Or you may be frustrated because you keep manifesting things that you don't want based on, making decisions that you want to let go of and not make anymore. You want to try to make some different decisions for yourself and make and manifest things for yourself that work for you and not hinder you forward progress, and not hinder your movement, and not hinder your heart, not hinder your soul, not hinder and bring in frustration and depression and things, and anxiety and things that you don't need in your life, okay? So we're going to talk about letting go. We're going to talk about basically the medicine wheel. The medicine wheel is part of my practice. And the medicine wheel, direction of the West, direction of the woman, direction of letting go, direction of water, element is water, direction of Grandmother Moon and her 28-day cycle. Women understand what I'm talking about, the 28-day cycle. Letting go, they let go monthly. Those of us who are men, we don't have such an easy time of letting go, and if we had to let go like women did, we'd probably run and scream and hide and kill ourselves. I don't know, because women go through a lot during that time. And I honor them. I honor them every day for be going through the physical and the emotional and spiritual practice and a physical practice of letting go monthly of what it is that their body doesn't need. All right. So what is it you want to let go of? Do you have anything you want to let go of? And what is it you want to manifest? What is it that you want to create for yourself? What is it that you want to create new for yourself? What is it that you want to get rid of that of your old life, of your old decision making, your old patterns that you would like to do away with and let go of, and so you don't feel stuck. Do you feel stuck? Are you stuck? Do you know you're stuck? Do you not know you're stuck? If you feel like you're stuck and you're constantly frustrated and looking at the lives of others to see how good their lives is, you might be stuck. I'm a firm believer that we shouldn't compare our life to the lives of others because, we have to walk our path. We have to walk a path that is our own. We can't walk our brother's path. We can't walk our sister's path, and they can't walk ours. They can't walk in our shoes. There's that old saying that walk in your own moccasins. Or if you want to know about somebody else's trouble, take some time to walk in their moccasins. And you don't really want to do that, I don't think, because we all have our burdens. We all have our chores. We all have our cargas. Cargas are our burdens. It's a Spanish word for burdens. And what is it you want to make? What is it you want to manifest? What is it that you want to bring into your life that's whole and good and you? What is it you want to manifest and make good? Let go and let good. Let go and let God. If you don't believe in God, add a word in there that works for you. You don't have to believe in God to do anything. I don't believe, but you have to believe in something. And if you want to believe in something and you don't know what to believe in you. Believe that you can. Believe that you will. Believe that you do. Aho. That's a powerful tool. And I say that because I do that myself. I believe that I can. I believe that I will. I believe that I do. Because I'm created, I believe, in the image of. In the image of what? In the image of the I am. What is the I am? The Creator, Great Spirit. Some people call him God. Some people call him Yahweh. Some people call him Allah. Some people call him Buddha. Some people call whatever it is they want to call them. I call it Great Spirit. I call it the I am. And I'm created in the image of the I am. So I am, I am. So we've had a lifetime of stuff, and I'll use me as an example. My growing up wasn't easy. I was kind of the middle child because I was the second of three, and then there was a gap, and there was two more. So, it was kind of an interesting existence for me. Alcoholic father, living with that in the house is, who wants to try to push the elephant out? Because you have to live with that particular elephant. And there that was, And growing up, I was busy trying to get my way with whoever I could and whatever I could. And that was mostly women, and I had to change my life with regards to women. I had to change my life with regards to what I wanted for myself, and I wanted to be in a good relationship, and I wanted to be in a good space with women. So how do I do that? What do I do? I have to learn over years of trial and error, because I was busy choosing mom. I kept picking my mother, and I kept doing that. I had the mommy issue. What was I going to do? That's all I knew. But over years and during the practice, during the growth of my practice, my energy healing practice, because I am an energy healer. I'm an energy healer, and I have shamanic practices. I teach workshops. I teach people how to let go of things, how to be in their body, how to come out of their head and be in their body and be in their feelings and be in their self-worth and be in the trust of that self-worth. I was busy acting fool and doing other things, but I had to learn. I had to take a few steps back and see what I was doing, not only to myself, but to others. Others deserve to be respected, and I wasn't being respectful of the women around me. And I've changed my life, and I've hopefully changed the lives of others because I honor women. I honor the direction of the left, direction of the woman. I'm in my lodge where I do ceremony with my elders and my brothers, and where we sweat in our sweat lodge. I pour water in the direction of the West, the direction of the women. I honor women, and I have to take responsibility for my behavior, and or lack of behavior. I'll say it that way. So, I have to honor. Not only do I want to honor the medicines within the sweat lodge and within ceremony, but I want to honor the medicines of the women outside the sweat lodge. Starting with my mother, starting with my sister, starting with my wife, starting with my stepdaughter, and my friends and family and my teachers. And I have many teachers who are women, and I honor them and I hold them true, to who they are, because they've helped me so much. And I don't want to honor them just because they've helped me. I want to honor them because they're honorable people. They're beautiful women, and they've been with me in a good way of teaching. And I just want to honor them. So what is it? So I had to let go of a lot of things. I had to let go of old behaviors, and I had to pick up and learn new behaviors, or I had to learn behaviors that I actually had that I actually never used. I had to learn how to honor. I had to learn how to understand. I have to learn how to respect and be with my women folk and the women around me in a good way, in a beauty way, in a beauty way. And so what is it that I want? I want a good relationship with my wife, and I talked about that last week, and I talked about the relationship with my wife and things that I had to let go of. I can't always have my way or want my way. It's not just me anymore. I chose to be in partnership with my wife. I chose to be one of the pillars. She's one of the pillars. And as pillars, it's the space between us that brings us together, a whole. And I'm looking at the clock right now, and it's 1:11. There's three pillars, and I don't know what that signifies, but there it is. I'm looking at the pillars. Anyways, so what is it that you're wanting to let go of? Or is it old relationships and old patterns that you want to let go of? Is it old addictions that you want to let go of? Is it old ways of stuffing your feelings that you want to let go of? Is it dealing with your job situation and job stress, what you want to let go of? Is it anxiety? Is it not being present, not being right here, right now? That's what anxiety is. Anxiety is not being right here, right now. Anxiety is being at 3 o'clock, or at 2:30, or at 2:15, or at 10 o'clock this morning, 10:30 this morning. Be here, be right, be here, be right, be here, be now. Be where your feet and be where your, I like to say, be where your feet and be where your ass are. And I apologize for the language, but if you left your donkey someplace, be where that's at. Anyways, be here, be now, be present. Be in your feet, be in your root chakra, be in your ground. And how do I do that, Anthony? How do I be in my root? How do I be in my first chakra? How do I be in my ground? Stand still. Be quiet. Shh. Stand still. Be still. Plant your feet flat. Feel your feet. Allow your feet to feel Mother Earth or whatever it is you're standing on, whether you're standing on carpet, hardwood floor, whether you're standing outside in grass, whether you're standing outside in soil, on cement. Allow your feet to feel what they're feeling as you stand still, and allow them to sink down through your shoes into the carpet, into the hardwood floor, into the cement, into the grass, down, and allow Mother Earth's energy to flow upward into your legs, into your body, into your feet. And what does that feel like? Close your eyes. Take a breath. Take a breath. Be still. Be grounded. Be present. Be here now. Aho. Be here now. Be here now. Right here, right now. And allow the energy of Mother Earth to enter your body, to flow upward and to ground and root you, and to come into your body, right up into your second chakra. Color orange. Element is water. Connection to others. It's where we feel. It's where we fight or flight. It's where we heal. It's where we create. It's where women bear children. It's where men bear seed. And we connect to that root chakra. We push into Mother Earth, and we connect, and we allow that energy to flow into our second chakra, Aho. And as we become connected to Mother Earth, we allow it to pass up into our sternum area, into our fire, our fuego, our third chakra. I'm here. I'm here. I can, I will, I do. My self-esteem. How do I feel about me today? I'm standing still. I'm a well-rooted and grounded tree that cannot be knocked down by the four winds. How good is that? How good does that feel? To stand in your power, to stand in yourself, to stand with you and stand with others right here, right now. Not an hour from now, not 5 minutes from now, not a half hour ago, right here, right now, not next week. Be here now. What is it that you want for yourself? As the energy flows upward from fire to air into your heart space. Green. I'm loved. Feeling that love in your heart space. Filling it with that energy of Mother Earth that flows upward from your feet, into your feet, up through your legs, into your body, up into your heart space. And take a deep breath and exhale. Feel what that feels like. Be with that breath. Be with that air. And say it to yourself. Be with that breath. Be with that air. Expressing through the fifth chakra, blue element, sound, expression. Hear your voice. Hear it through the vibration of your bones and your muscle tissue into your ears. And as the sound vibrates through your ears and you hear your voice, be with the sound of your voice. As that energy rises to your sixth chakra, to your third eye, your place of knowing, your place of seeing, your place of doing. I know, I learn, I see. Indigo, color indigo, violet. And as that rises up to your crown chakra, where you connect to universe, connect to source, connect to spirit, connect to God, connect to Allah, connect to Buddha, connect to Yahweh, connect to Great Spirit, Aho Mitaki Ase, Great Spirit higher up. Connect to Great Eagle. You become open to the spiritual ways that aren't yours and can be. And we find peace in those places. Aho, what is it that you want for yourself? Be the tree that doesn't get knocked down. Be the tree that doesn't get knocked down by the four winds. Those issues that come up in your life, be the tree that doesn't get knocked down by those things. Be in your body. Be in your presence. Be with yourself. Look in the mirror and love you. Aho. Don't wait for somebody else to love you first. Love you first and always. Me first always. You first always. What does that mean? What does that look like, Anthony? Put your arms around yourself. Hold yourself. Touch your skin. Touch your face. What do I want for myself? What do I want to let go of? What do I want to manifest? How do I want to do it? How can I do it? Those are the questions. 713-955-0332 is the call-in number. Push 1 to get out of listen mode. We're going to be taking calls at the half hour. We're going to take a commercial break at the half hour, and then we're going to take calls from 1:30 to 2. And I'm going to answer your questions if you have them. If you want a chakra reading, I will do that as well. And I will send you healing energies that you need to get through today and through the rest of the week and quite possibly the rest of your life. My name is Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow, and this is Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show. And Sacred Drum Medicine Show, transformational. How do you want to transform? How do you want to transition? How do you want to transcend? How do you want to transmute? What is it that you want to transform in your life? Do you want to transform a not-so-happy relationship? Do you want to transform a not-so-happy job? Do you want to transform a not-so-happy family situation, a life situation? Do you want to stop drinking? Do you want to stop putting a needle in your arm? Do you want to stop smoking, vaping, smoking pot? What is it that you want? You want to stop stuffing your feelings and love your body in a different way. And you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes we eat because, we can't ask somebody to love us. We don't know how. We smoke because we don't ask for what we want to ask for. We won't do it. They don't love you. You're afraid of judgment. You're afraid of shame. Stop being afraid of those things. Ask for what it is that you really want, because there are those of us that will give it to you. There are those of us that will support you, and that backache will go away. Whether it's in your lower back, your middle back, or your upper back, it'll go away if you ask for help and if you ask for support. I guarantee it. This is what I do. This is how I work. I had a client last night that left here. And every time I put my hands I used my hands on her to work on her. She kept saying this thing, I get a tingling up my spine. Of course she does, because she's had a lifetime of not being supported by anybody. And mostly herself, because she doesn't know how to, because she was never taught that. She was rejected. She was abandoned. And she doesn't have to be anymore. She gets to be a whole person, because I tell her, I say to her, I will support you when you feel unsupported. You give me a phone call or text me, and I will support you, and I will be with you, and I will listen to what you have to say. I don't just send people on out the door when they leave here after a healing session, a transformational healing session. I mentor them, because some of us need to be mentored. Some of us need to be loved. Some of us need to be cared for in ways that we've never experienced. So moving forward, letting go, moving forward, and manifest goodness. What kind of goodness do you want to manifest in your life? I moved back home last week, Tuesday, and I'm under the same roof with my beautiful wife, and it's just been it's hard, it's difficult, because we've been apart for a few months, and 4 months to be exact, and I didn't expect to come home, and Great Spirit, Creator said otherwise. Source said different. I needed to step out of the fishbowl and look at it in a different way with new eyes. The scales have fallen from my eyes, and I see things in a new way. That's biblical, but this isn't a biblical show. That's not why we're here. When I talk about Great Spirit, I don't talk about him biblically, but I do use quotes from the Bible, because they make sense. I like to say, let your yes be yes and your no be no. Don't be wishy-washy when you want to make a decision. Make the decision, then step forward. I have stepped forward without a net. I've been traveling and doing things without a net. It's scary, but guess what? I do it anyways. And I know those out there that are spinning their wheels, trying to do things with the net, and they won't really give their faith to Creator or the universe. And I'm sad for them, because I want the best for them. I want them to manifest in the biggest and brightest ways. Oh, what is it that you want? What is it that you need to let go of? What is it that I need to let go of? I needed to let go of my pride. I needed to let go of my ego. I needed to let go of my fear. I needed to let go of the shame that I carried around, from not being able to live up to the spoken and unspoken expectations of others. Do you know what that means? Spoken and spoken expectation of others. And I know you all know what I'm talking about, because you have parents, because you have friends, because you have bosses, and you have relatives, and you have wives, you have children. They all have an expectation, spoken or unspoken. And we feel it, and we think about it, and we think about it, and we think about it. And I'm telling you, don't think about it. Allow yourself to talk about it. Talk about it with your spouse. Talk about it with your family. Talk about it with your kids. Talk about it with your friends. Talk about it with those that can help you in your job situation, that can help you in your life situation. Talk about it with your priest. Talk about it with your minister. Talk about it with your healer. Talk about it with your shaman. Talk about it with your spiritual advisors and leaders, whatever they look like. Talk about it with your spirit guides. Talk about it with your animal spirits. Guide me. Talk about it with the archangel. Talk about it with the guardian angels. Talk about it with my grandmothers and grandfathers. See all my relations. Talk about it. But talk about it. Don't hold the energy. Don't hold it in your head. It does you no good in the head. It's a dark and dangerous place up there. I'm telling you. Allow it to come down out of your head and come into your voice. Come into your voice and remove the block of voice. Remove the block of expression. Remove the block of writing things down and expressing yourself through your arms and your hands and a pen or a keyboard. Allow yourself to express and come into your heart space and love you and love only you first and foremost. Love yourself. Love yourself. Write those things down, and what it is you don't need anymore. Take a match in your left hand or a lighter and hold that piece of paper in your right hand and ignite it. And allow it to flow upwards to Great Spirit, Grandfather Sun, Father Sky, Grandmother Moon. Let it go, let it go, let it go. You don't need to keep your hands, Rumi says, are not for holding on. They're for picking up and letting go. I love Rumi, the Suffolk poet. And if you don't know who Rumi is, R-U-M-I is all you have to know. Rumi, the Suffolk poet. Wow. There's a lover of great spirit, a lover of God that talks about God in a way that, wow, it just transcends such beauty, you know. And it's a beauty that I notice because that's what I want. I was always taught this one way of God. God is this. God is that. God is damnation. God is hellfire. Well, the hell with that. God has a sense of humor, you know. God has a sense of humor because, oh my God, he has to have a sense of humor. You know, Jesus hung out with 12 guys. They weren't just sitting around, you know, praying, and, you know, they were being guys, you know. They were drinking wine, and, you know, they were telling a dirty joke probably, you know, and Jesus probably was like, whoa, try not to laugh. Anyways, sure he would. You know, what is it that you want? You know, what is it? What kind of peace do you want? What kind of salvation do you want? You know, salvation, Anthony, what are you talking about? Salvation, yeah. You know, you want to save yourself from that old life, from that old way of being. You know, and you know what? I need to acknowledge that there's a lot of people out there who live a good life and live a good way, and they don't have problems. You know, but if they ever come up, you know where to find help. You know, you can go to Sacred Drum Medicine, sacreddrum24weebly.com. You know, and check out what I do, or you can send an email to Anthony@sacreddrummedicine.com and ask for a half 20-minute consultation. You know, or call me 818-442-1717 and set an appointment to come see me. Have a hands-on or a hands-off healing or a long-distance healing, however you would like it. You know, 713-955-0332 is a call-in number. Push 1 to get out of listen mode. You know, I'm ready today to take your calls and to answer the questions. We've had some great calls over the last couple of weeks and some great questions. And you know, one of them was how do I be at peace? The lady wanted to know how to be at peace. You know, first of all, you have to lower your volume on your computer so I can hear you. But how do I be at peace? What is it you're ready to let go that's blocking you from your peace? You know, is it the verbiage in your head? There's, you know, in NA and CA and AA and all those A's of 12-step recovery, they talk about KF radio, you know. And usually when I hear that, it's like I'm at an early meeting at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, dude, what's the matter with you? It's early in the morning. Why don't you, try praying? Why don't you try meditating? Sit still, be quiet. You know, don't let that stuff eat up your life, eat up your time. Don't allow it to live in your head because it turns into cancer in your body. It turns into smoking. It turns into disease. You know, it turns into kidney stones. It turns into gallstones. It turns into ulcers. It turns into lung cancer. It turns into liver disease. From feeding your liver things that it doesn't need. Spirits in, spirit out. Too many spirits disrupts the body, disrupts the mind, disrupts your spirits. It removes your spirits. I want to be in my spirit. I've been sober almost 25 years in January, and I do not have a block. There is no block between God and I. There is no filter either. My wife got to experience me just being ticked off at God last week, and I was angry at God. And you can be angry at God too. David got angry at God. Moses got angry at God. Why are they special? Because they wear sandals and a tunic? What the heck, man? You know? I can get angry at God because God wants to hear from me. Great Spirit, universe, source wants to hear from me, just like I hear from them. You know, that's how I get answers. They want to know that I'm connected. They want to know that I'm with them. I'm with them. I am with them. And I want to let go of the things that come up in my life on a daily basis that either have no significance or they're really not worth the time. They're really not worth the time. And speaking of time, giving time, I went to a lunch yesterday that was honoring a man who passed away a couple of weeks ago. His name was Eddie. And Eddie was a part of the senior center, and he was part of the clock that made that place tick. And yesterday I heard these people honor him for his time and his patience and his love and his care. And his family spoke up, his son-in-law and his wife. And it was beautiful to see that, and they miss Eddie. They're sad that Eddie's not here, but Eddie moved on. Eddie's crossed over. And he's keeping an eye on them in a whole different way. They probably don't want him to. But there he is. All right. I want to honor Eddie today. Thank you, Eddie, for coming into my life. 713-955-0332 is a call-in number. Push 1 to get out of listen mode. We're going to go to commercial break right now. And when we come back, we're going to start taking calls. All righty? All right. We'll talk to you in about a minute or so. Bye-bye.
Goldilocks Productions is home to the most gifted and talented holistic professionals. Goldilocks Productions presents holistic, spiritual, and metaphysical radio shows that are insightful, inspirational, and healing. Do you have a business in the holistic healing, metaphysical, or spiritual market? Would you like to have your own weekly, 1-hour radio or TV show? Goldilocks Productions will produce your own live or pre-recorded internet or radio show. For more information, visit the Goldilocks Productions website. That's GoldillocksProductionsCT.com. And that's Goldilocks with a Y, GOLDYLOCKS, Goldilocks Productions CT, CT for Connecticut.com. Once again, that's Goldilocks Productions CT.com. And be sure to visit the Goldilocks Productions channel on Blog Talk Radio and Ustream.
Visit purpleplates.com today. For over 40 years, the Purple Energy Plates have been delivering amazing results for their many customers. Inspired by the great genius Nikola Tesla, the harmony, healing, and energetic effects of the plates have proven over and over to be beneficial and often miraculous to thousands of customers. With their money-back guarantee and the many benefits, how can you afford not to get one? Check their site for daily specials and choose from their many energy products. You won't be sorry. Visit them today at purpleplates.com for mind, body, and spirit, and expect a miracle.
Well, welcome back. This is Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow, and this is the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show. Call-in number is area code 713-955-0332. Push 1 to get out of listen mode. And you can ask any questions you want. Going to give you my calendar. October 27th, November 9th, and November 24th at the Einstein's Cube in Pasadena at 1041 East Green Street, room 202 at 7:30 in the evening. Miscellaneous Men and Self-Care. Miscellaneous Men and Self-Care is a sacred non-judgmental circle where men come to share their voice, to share their traumas, their triumphs, their hurts, their wounds, even the good stuff that happens in their lives. They're got the new job, got the new marriage, having a baby, whatever it is that you feel you need to come and share with us. Please come. It's a sacred circle. It's a non-judgmental circle. It's a free men's group, but we do ask for a $5 donation to pay for the room. And that's it, So once again, it's October 27th, November 9th, and November 24th at 7:30 p.m. at Einstein's Cube at 1041 East Green Street, room 202. And also, Spirit Earth Medicine, journey to your place of to your place of healing with insights for Audrey. Insights with Audrey. Audrey Cortez is a very talented medium friend of mine, and we are doing a workshop together where she is teaching the chakra system along with the medicine wheel, and I am singing in spirit, drumming in spirit, And I will be doing drumming anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes to allow people to journey to where they need to go. And as we come back, Audrey and I go into teaching of these medicines, the chakras and the medicine wheel. Audrey's amazing, and if you haven't ever had a reading from Audrey or a reading period, look her up, Insights for Audrey, on Facebook, on her page on Facebook, Insights for Audrey. All right. So we have a caller from the 562. Caller, how you doing today?
Hey, Anthony?
Yeah, how's it going?
Hello. Hey, how's it going, man? This is Jose.
Hey, Jose.
Yeah, I was just listening to you. And, I actually met you at the Dharma Center. I think we did a healing clinic together.
Oh,
anyways,
you know what? I remember that because when you do your, what do you call it?
Pranic healing.
Kind of healing. Say that again?
Pranic healing?
Pranic healing, because I was sitting in that chair and I was ascending through the clouds, and every time I thought I was going to see Creator, I ascend even faster past the sun and the light and the cloud. Wow, that was an amazing healing, and I want to thank you for that.
Yeah, man.
It's been a while since I've seen you. Welcome to the show.
Cool, thank you. I was listening to you, and I was hearing you say about releasing and just letting go. I've been meditating for quite a while, and on and off recently, not so much. But the frustrating part of it is that I've always heard that I hold on to things. Like I always, like my solar plexus was kind of clouded. One of the mediums said at one point, and it was because I wasn't letting go. And my reply was just frustration because, here I am for years meditating, and I'm burning the paper with the names of the people that have done X, Y, Z. And I'm thinking like, okay, I've said, I forgive you. I have, kind of like analyzed and, done all kinds of just relaxation things and just things about forgiving, but for some reason there's still stuff there. So my question more than anything would be, it's like, okay, is there a feeling that I should look for when forgiving or letting it go? Is there like one way that I know that if I do this slowly but surely, I will let go eventually? But like, I'm kind of confused because I haven't been able to apparently, if the issue is still there.
Let me ask you a question. Has it shown up in your body anywhere? Because I'm actually, I can see you.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm listening to you. I'm just going. Sorry.
Now, has the issue showed up in your body physically in any way?
Physically, the only thing I can see is like my chest, below my chest, where the solar plexus is. There's like a little bit of like a bulging effect, like protrusion. But there isn't any pain. It just looks like I'm getting a bit of a belly. But
okay.
yeah.
That sounds like an extended third chakra. Let me ask you a question, because I don't like to get too personal because we don't want, not everybody needs to know everything. What's your relationship with your child? You?
With my child? I don't have a child.
With little Jose?
Oh, with little Jose. I've been taking more care of him lately than I used to before. I did have, for a long time, I was like really badly depressed.
Yeah.
So I did not like little Jose. I did not, he was just abandoned.
Yeah. Oh.
So little Jose has been getting more attention lately.
Have you ever apologized
to him?
Have you ever apologized to him for not being there for him, for the abandonment, for making mistakes, not being able to, because we're human. We make mistakes. We don't always get it right, And I think if we apologize to her, because I had to do this, I had to bring the man and the child together, and I had to do a lot of apologizing because I was an angry little kid. I was pissed. And I didn't know how because my parents couldn't show me because they didn't know how. God bless our parents, Right. No, I don't care how many books people write. They don't live in our neighborhood. They don't live in our house. We don't live in laboratories and clinics. Right?
Right. Yeah, no, I never actually literally said those words to little Jose.
Yeah,
Wow.
little Jose wants to hear from you, and you know what? You want to hear from him. I know little Anthony was screaming out for me for a long time, but I didn't know how to listen because I was too busy up in my head thinking about it and wondering why me, and when am I going to get mine, and why come they got theirs? That's what my life was like, and I had to let go of all of that. I had to have closure with my mommy issue, and I had a mommy issue. When men hear me say that in a men's group, holy cow, they're like, they look at me funny, then they start to understand what I'm talking about because they know it's unspoken. We never talk about it, but it's there. Do you still have both your parents in the same household?
Yes.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. And how's your relationship with your folks?
You know what? It was kind of it's closer with my mom than with my dad.
Yeah.
So my dad's kind of
detached.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Does he drink at all?
No, not like he used to. It was bad at one point, but no.
Yeah. See, sometimes, you mentioned abandonment, and this is something that I had to come to terms with in my life, that I was abandoned at some point in my life, in my household, in the house, even though I had parents. My mom was always working. She would drop us off early with a cousin, and we'd go to school, and we'd come home, and then my dad would come home. But my dad didn't know how to raise, kids. He was busy. He would start drinking, and he would start watching boxing or whatever. And my dad did the best he could, but God bless him. There wasn't a lot of nurturing and love going on in the house, if any. I mean, it looks like what it looks like. It's what it is. There was, but it wasn't. It wasn't the Brady Bunch. It wasn't all that crap we would see on TV, and we make we set our expectations on the hook of that.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're I'm a brown person. I don't live like the Fishers across the street. They're different than I am. Or even the Perez's up on the same side of the block, or the Mendozas. We're all different. We all have different families, and we're all raised in a different way. And man, some have it better than others, and some dads don't drink, but they're tormented by other things. Some dads rage, some mothers rage. What is it that affects you? That affects us as children? That stays with us, because the body is memory. Everything from the neck down, is memory. Our hearts, our solar plexus, our self-esteem, our connection, our second chakra connection to others, which is the biggest. What's your connection like to others? What's your connection like to your father? Mine was, I had a connection, but it was broken. It was broken when I was in the womb. Because what I found out was, I did my womb story with my mother, and what I found out was, I always had a resentment towards my mother. I always thought she was the issue because I always carried this thing, because my father would say things to me about my mother that weren't true, about the way she loved me or didn't love me. And I asked her what was going on in the womb. Was there ever a time when, because she had a baby on the hip and she had a drunk baby in the house, and then she had me in the womb. I said, Mom, was there ever a time where you wanted to maybe not have me? And she went from 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. She got angry. She said, GD, your father, he was always at the park drunk with his friends. I told him I was going to have this child without him or not. And I realized that I had been wrong my whole life about my mom. And I had to stop holding her feet to the fire. And I had to stop holding my feet to a fire. And I had to let go of my father's feet and stop holding his feet to a fire, because he didn't know any better, So, we want to take a closer look at our lives, at the stuff that's not real comfortable, and ask the hard questions, and just give ourselves a break, apologize to our child and embrace our child and let our child embrace us. They're waiting for us. They're waiting for us to come back. Go get him. Go get little Jose. I had to go get little Anthony. He was hiding in the tree from shame, from flunking the second grade, literally. I did that work with a shaman quite some years ago, you know, and I was amazed at how my life has changed and transformed and transitioned over a period of years, and with constant awareness of where I want to be and where I don't want to be.
So you had to get help for somebody to kind of help you find and forgive little Anthony.
Oh yeah. And it's hard to find that help too, because, you know, do we want to tell people because they might judge us? The heck with that. Heck with judgment. We've been judging ourselves enough. You know, let yourself go. And, you know, come try our group, the men's group, Miscellaneous Men in Self-Care. You know, that they talked about. You know, check us out, and you can find them on Facebook. It's a great group of men who are just need to like talk and relate. You know, the healing comes in the me too. You too, me too. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm relating to a lot of what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. You know. Yeah. So, you know, give yourself a break and, you know, check in with your child and, you know, say, hey, you know, I'm sorry. You know, I didn't know, because we don't know. Nobody taught us. You know. But now that you're aware, it's in the responsibility comes in the awareness. You know, of healing. What is it that I really want? Once I am aware of it, it's like, okay, what do I really want? Do I want to live like this still, or do I want to seek help, and where can I go to get it? You know, because you and I run in the same circles. We know who we are. we know where we can go to get it. You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good stuff, man. I appreciate your phone call. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you for the show. Good stuff.
All right, thank you. All right. Have a good day. All right, we have a caller from the 951. Who am I speaking to?
Hello, Anthony.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Rudy.
Hey, Rudy, how's it going, man?
Pretty good, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Oh, wait a minute. This isn't just Rudy, R-U-D-Y. This is Rooty, R-O-O-T-Y. Rooty and fruity. Rooted and fruited, Rudy. How's it going, buddy?
Yes. Pretty good. Just been kind of listening to your show here for probably the last 15 minutes, and just wanted to kind of call in and just kind of ask, you know, as far as the letting go, I've been kind of struggling with like my motivation, to have that motivation to just for myself, to be able to do things for myself. I find it kind of hard to do that, you know, as far as like, let's say I want to exercise, I want to go out and do running. Most of the time I think about that, but I don't actually do it. Or, you know, I want to spend more quality time with my kids, but then, you know, when I'm home, it's like, I don't know, something is like stopping me from doing that. So I don't know if it's because I haven't let go of something, or, I mean, if there's something else that you know, is there. I don't know.
You know, sometimes life is really full and exhausting, isn't it? It's like, you get out of work and you get home, you got to get the kids fed, or, you know, whatever it is you got to do. And, you know, heck, you know what? Get them a little bike and a helmet and let them go with you as far as they can, you know, even if you only go a couple of blocks, you know, start small, you know, start with small increments and you know, baby steps, and, you know, you do whatever you need to do for yourself. You know, it's funny. I just mentioned to Jose, the last caller, the Men in Self-Care Miscellaneous group. That group started because I was taking care of myself through my last, you know, through my ex-wife, through my last divorce. I've been married several times, and it hasn't been fun. That wasn't fun. The brokenness that we experience. It's heavy. It's hard to work through. It's like wearing lead boots sometimes. It's, you know, trying to walk forward, and just like, some days you just don't want to do it, right? Some days you just would rather stay in bed and you know, with the covers pulled over our head. But, you know, guess what? Life doesn't let us. It kicks us in the butt. Says, come on, let's go. You know, depression's a mofo, because that's what it sounds like, you know, and that's probably what it feels like, you know. But
yeah, because during the day, you know, I'm at work, and I'm like, okay, you know, when I get home, I want to do this, I'm going to do that, and then, you know, by the time I end up getting home, it's just like, I don't want to. It's either like I'm tired, or I don't know what it is, but it's like, how I felt, you know, during the day, like I wanted to do that stuff, but then I don't have that same feeling, you know, at the end of the day.
And that's the problem with work sometimes, because we're in our mind a lot. You know, we're doing our work, and it's a lot of the work that we do is really heady. The work that we do for a living, and then you add on top of the stuff that we're our personal life that we're dealing with, and we go into our head with that. And the thinking of it is exhausting. And but if you give yourself like a different way to do things, like is there a park or a wilderness space between your workspace and your home space? And you toss a pair of shorts and tennis shoes in the car and a T-shirt or something, and stop on the way home. Don't even go home. Go do that first, and that way you get yourself invigorated through a good walk or a good hike or even or even a good cup of coffee with somebody, or a tea, or even a meditation someplace. You give yourself that first, and then go home, because the home is always there. It's easier to go home and not go out the door again, because we get distracted by television or reading a book, or the kids got to do this or that homework, and dropping them off with their mom or whatever the case with your mom, whatever the case will be, those things will get in the way of us, and we'll let them, as much as we want to give ourselves what we want to give ourselves, we will let other things get in the way of the bondage, get in the way of freedom from the bondage, what is what
though,
really want.
It's true now that I think about it. On my way home, like if I were to stop by like the store, just store that I like, and just kind of look around, it's kind of like I keep going. I don't feel the same way as when I get home. So then I'm like, all right, it's cool. Like I still have that energy, but it's like when I get home, it's when I feel like I don't know. Yeah, it's different. So that's a good idea, just to stop by somewhere, maybe walk around in a park, and before actually heading home. That definitely sounds like a good idea. And it's kind of hard, just going through all the personal stuff in my life, and with work, and just everything right now. It's like all in transition, so it's kind of hard for me to kind of focus on one thing or the other. And even when I want to have time for myself, like personally, to take care of me, or to kind of feed, my take care of like my inner kid. A lot of times I feel guilty doing that, because like, oh well, right now you're not with the kids, or I feel selfish, but it's like, but at the same time it makes me feel good, going out with my cousins, or having fun, or going this or doing something for me. It's like, it feels good, but then at the same time, it's like, I kind of feel guilty. Like, I don't want to feel guilty, I want to be able to feel good doing the stuff that I want to do.
I have to tell you, it's more fun to honor to honor you, to honor yourself, and honor the feeling better than honoring guilt. The heck with guilt. We've had a whole lifetime of that up until now. You know what? I used, part of my my self-care is I like to take naps, especially in the summertime. I used to live in an old 1921 home in Highland Park, and I'd get home and it'd be like 105 outside, and in that house it'd be like 64, 65 degrees. I would lay down and take a nap in the middle of the day if I could, because why not? I'm tired, I can just rest a little bit, and then get to whatever it is I had to do, whether it was sending out resumes, whether it was meeting with clients, whether it was, going out and doing a job, or whatever it is, but honor yourself, and Jose too, honor yourself, the last caller, and give yourself what it is you want. Give yourself what you tell yourself you don't deserve, because we do that. We pull the rug out from under ourselves, and create that fruit in your branches. You're a well-rooted tree, Rudy. You're a well-rooted tree, and right now it's a time of autumn and letting go. But if you're an oak tree, you're letting go of those little I can't think of what they're called. Those little nuts that fall from the oak tree, and they fall off green, but they turn brown and they die. And guess what? When they turn brown and they die, they're ready to become a mighty oak, just like the tree that let it go. And let go and become and be and do. You deserve to be happy. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that deserves to be depressed. You know, and you know, I know a lot of different kinds of people, but deserve to be depressed? Nah. Deserve to be sad? Deserve to be unhappy? Deserve to be unfulfilled? No. I think everybody deserves to be fulfilled and happy, and to let go, and to be in ways that are good for you. You know.
Yeah, and I was just imagining right now when you were saying letting go and how the kind of like the nut would fall off right into the ground, and then kind of turn a different color and die. And I was just imagining like letting go, and when you let go, it's like you're falling down. You're basically going all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
You know, and you hit rock bottom basically, and then you come up from there. I don't know. I just had that vision.
Yeah, it's a good vision.
I guess that's what I feel like I'm at right now. I'm like falling down. I don't know where it's gonna stop, but I'm just like falling down.
And you know what? And you don't have to know where it's going to stop, because it may take you on the greatest adventure of your life. You know. You mentioned your kids earlier. I imagine that you love your kids and you love doing stuff with your kids, and you know how great that is. You know why? Because I don't have kids. I don't have children. You know, and do I miss it? I don't know. But I have a little bit of envy of men who do have children, because I'm already in my 50s, and I'm done in that department. But you know, I really enjoy watching other men with their kids, because they're kids like you know, some of us that grew up with parents that weren't available. And when you're available for your child and your children, man, what a gift you give yourself. What a gift you give to them. You know, and you know, they see that, and they're going to grow up just like you. They're going to you know, take care of their children just like you took care of them. You know. So man, I honor yourself. You know, and take time for yourself. You know, yes, you know, stop on the way home. Stop, and I don't know if you're into cars or golf clubs or whatever. You know, stop into one of those stores, and even on a car lot, and you know, test drive a Cadillac or test drive some sort of sports car. You know, even if you're not going to buy one, just go out and do it, because you can. You know, let the little kid inside of you come out and play. You know, be childlike, not childish, and that's a hard lesson for us men. You know, sometimes we can be a little childish, and women too. You know, women too. I'm not going to just say men, but so you know, I'd rather be childlike than childish, because I know me. You know, being childish for me is ugly. You know, and I don't want to do that. So, you know, take care of yourself and do what it is that you want to do, because you know what, you deserved it. You know, you work hard, man. You work hard raising those beautiful kids, and you work hard in your job, and you work hard being a son and a brother and a cousin and a husband and all those things, a friend, you know. And give yourself what it is that you want. You know.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you. Appreciate
You're welcome, brother. All right. Thank you for calling.
All right. Thank
you.
All
right. It's Men's Day at the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show, and I'd like to thank Rudy and Jose for calling in. 713-955-0332. Push 1 to get out of the listen mode, and ask any question you'd like to ask. And also, you can find me at sacreddrum24.weebly.com. You know, or you can reach me to get a 20-minute. I can't even think anymore. But contact me at Anthony at medicine.com. Excuse me. All right, it's 1:58, and we're almost out of time. You know, and I want to thank Jose and Rudy for calling in. Last couple of times we've had women. I'm glad that the men are calling in too, and they're listening in. And you know, you bless my life when you call in, and I'm blessed that I know you're listening and then you're relating. And you know, you too, me too, you too. Really, that's where we heal. It's in the relating that we heal. And Alcoholics, Alcoholics Anonymous, they say one alcoholic talking to another. That's the rub. That's the rub, the understanding and relating that they do about their past life of drinking and the present life of trying to stay sober. Aho, mitakia say, aho. My name is Anthony Rodriguez, and I'm Walking Crow. And this is a Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show, and I want to thank everybody for coming in and listening today. You know, check out my event page at sacreddrum24.weebly.com. And contact me for a 20-minute free consultation at anthony@sacreddrummedicine.com, or give me a call at area code 818-442-1717. Have a great day, and I want to thank Reverend Tiffany White for being a blessing to the world and allowing me to do what I do. Aho mitakimasi. And I want to thank Great Spirit and Creator, and I look forward to talking to you next Tuesday. Everybody have a beautiful and blessed day. Aho.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be confusing. Like Swedish techno confusing.
Bark, bark, meow, meow. Dance with me, purple cow. Bark, bark, meow, meow. Ooh, you lovely cow.
Geico makes it easy. With 24/7 access, all you have to do is go to Geico.com and you could save money on car insurance. It just makes sense. Unlike,
Dance with me, purple cow. I like your move.